All right, Panther fans. Stu's got his victory cigar. I'm going to take this moment. To pat myself on the back for actually predicting a shutout in the recap without predicting a shutout. I said 5-1, but I'm only saying the one because I can't say what I'm really thinking. And damn it, if they didn't get Spencer Knight to shut out, and I have discovered how to predict the shutout without screwing it up. That's the most important thing. So from now on, that's how you guys do it. You say one, but I don't really mean the one. That's how you do
it. Sounds good.
Hey, we got nothing else to talk about, right?
I mean, I thought they played a good game all around. Obviously, no Barkov. You got, right. You asked for this.
Oh, I loved it.
Got it. No Barkov, no Huberdeau, no Uyghur, no Forsling, no Gudis, no Lundell.
Now, was it the same for you?
Bob.
The difference in watching, was it so much more relaxed because you're not worried about those guys getting hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, it was nice to see somebody new, the swing guys.
Yeah. Swing. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to do swing. Anyway, it's a bummer because he was left all alone. And I don't know whether he was nervous or whatever, but, instead of going top shelf or whatever, he shot it right in into the goal.
Right in the pads. Yeah.
But he played decent. Heponiemi looked a little nervous out there.
Yeah.
And apprehensive.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he was like comfortable.
No, I've seen him play better.
I like Jumbo Joe's effort.
Yep.
He didn't look like a 60-year-old man.
No, he's having fun. He's having fun.
I just wanted so bad for him.
Right.
Not so much Giroux, but for Joe.
Yeah.
Because this is it, man. He's going to retire at the end of this year.
Right.
They did, the NHL did NHL Network did a background story on him that, it was all about his family.
Right.
Decision, like his wife and his kids.
Yeah.
And, of course, the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So they're going to I don't know if they're going to settle here. I mean, think about it. How many years they lived in San Jose?
Right.
Got friends. The kids probably have friends in school and whatnot. But, obviously Florida is a much better quality of living.
Right. Well, certainly in terms of the weather. Now, Kyle asked me last night, and I'd wonder, I'd love to see if somebody would ask Joe this question. Kyle says, is he going to shave the beard once he wins a cup? Do it in the reverse. He's kept the playoff.
I think he did. I think he did the year that they went to the finals.
Yeah.
But anyway, so nice victory.
Yep.
And I watched the end of the third period of the Preds Avalanche. That went to a shootout, and they won the Preds. So Colorado got 1 point, and we won the President's Cup. So
yep.
Let's see. Let's hope the jinx doesn't. Let's hope we break that. That streak of.
Well, look, the thing for the President's Trophy that I didn't want to have. I didn't want to see us out there like burning guys out, playing for the President's Trophy like we were playing for top seed in the conference. Right. I mean, we've kind of backed into it now. We've lost 2 out of 3 and still got it. So once we beat Toronto in the 13 games, that was it. And exactly what I asked for. Exactly. Not even. I'm just so happy that those guys rested. And then Brunette said last night, we talked about this, that it was nice to see the defense play well in front of Spencer in his last start. I guess that's got to mean Johansson, right? You're not going to throw Bob out there in a meaningless game. So
I would imagine, but you never know. I would think that they would give Bob, a couple of days rest. I mean, they're giving all the other starters, but you never know with Brunette.
Well, no, you never know. I think it'd probably be Johansson, though. He only had.
Yeah, I like the D's effort last night. you didn't see too many, giveaways or mistakes.
Right. No,
You know,
it was
Montour. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You were. I was just saying it was just a nice. It was just a nice, clean game. The Ottawa wasn't exactly pressing, is what I was going to say. And
you could see though Montour was the leader out there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. He was fired up and ready to go.
But Gudis is quote unquote nicked up.
Right. Well,
and so is Lundell. They were out for injury. They weren't out for maintenance.
Well, I mean, I think 6 of one, half dozen of another. You know what I mean? I mean, right now, I'm not concerned. What is it? It's I didn't hear what he said about Lundell. I heard what he said about Gudis being day to day.
I told you, I think Lundell got bruised up.
Right.
Anyway, 34-7 at home.
Jeez. Yep.
So just psychologically, I know it means nothing in the playoffs, but it does. And psychologically, the opposing team, knows that the Panthers are, that the FLA Live Arena is a tough place to play.
Yep.
And we're going to have a full house. So it's going to be, I want to see the, what was it? The Toronto fans that really rag on us about attendance.
Yeah. For a long time. But to your point about the injuries, look, if we're playing Washington, and Brunette had also said about Ekblad, we hope to have him back sometime in the first round. It'd be nice. I'm going to tell you right now, no Ekblad, no Gudis, no Lundell. We still win the first round. Even if those guys were out the entire first round, because of the depth on this team. We didn't miss a beat without Ekblad. And especially if Ovechkin's not 100%. He hasn't played since that shoulder injury anyway. So
well, don't forget, I think it's on the trying to think how he fell. I'm not sure if it's I'd have to look at the replay to see if it was the right or left shoulder, but either way, the right. It affects his, slap shot.
Yeah. Because I mean, I love Lundell, and don't get me wrong, the PK, he's a huge part of that.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the lines, I love Lundell. Don't get me wrong, but you slap Reinhart at 3C, and I mean, still most teams in the NHL would still love to have Sam Reinhart at 3C. And the way Mammon is playing, if you put Mammon in that winger spot, I don't think we lose that. I'm just saying, look, that's why we have this depth, because we knew guys would get dinged. And if we can
Bennett, Reinhart, and Duclair.
What's that?
With telling you what I think should be,
if no Lundell,
Barkov, Huberdeau, and Giroux.
Okay.
And Bennett, Reinhart, and Duclair. And then you got Verhaeghe, Mammon, and Marchment.
Who's
then
the center in that? Who's
Achari, Lomberg, and Luosterainen.
Who's the center? Wait, you want Achari instead of Hornquist?
Or either one.
Who's the center on that third line that you made?
Who's the center on that third line?
Yeah.
Luosterainen.
Is that what did you put loose? Yeah, I see what you did. So Luosterainen, Verhaeghe, and Mammon. Marchment. Yeah. So Luosterainen, Verhaeghe, Marchment. Okay, yeah. I even left Marchment out. That's the whole that right there, that exchange shows it. We got so much depth, we leave out good players because we can't remember them all. You know what I mean? We'll be fine.
I want I don't want, but it's going to be Weegar and Ekblad, Forsling and Montour, and Sherratt and Gudis.
Yeah. Yep. That look for me.
Those are the lines that should be
right for me.
Unless they split up Weegar and Ekblad.
No, again, I don't think they will, because for me, keeping Weegar and Ekblad together for me is more about so Forsling can be with Montour, because Forsling is absolutely taken off with Montour. So I look, I mean, Uyghur calmed down. He had that stretch of games, and then he's pretty much calmed down as long as he doesn't try to do too much, and take too many offensive chances. Um, we up until those 2 games where we shut it down, we hadn't been allowing a lot of goals. So, but other than that, go ahead.
No, I'm thinking it just sucks that, contingent on us winning tonight, we're going to end up with 59 wins instead of 60. The record, I think, is 62 by Montreal,
right.
But right now we're 5th best record.
Yeah.
That is mind-boggling.
I know. Well, we got to make
for a Panther team that was in some years like the worst piece of dung on the ice.
We had some rough years. We definitely had some rough years. We were talking about that on the stream. We remember you were there with Stephen Weiss, and it was pretty much unanimous that Stephen Weiss probably wouldn't even make this team. So it just shows you where we come from.
Oh man, I want it so bad because I want to see 1 million people come out for the parade, at least 1 million. That would just be so awesome. I'm visualizing it right now.
Right.
But anyway, one thing at a time. We haven't even played the first game.
Yeah. No, like I said, I love Lundell, and if they miss a couple of games, we've got so many guys that can come in and fill in, and I like Mammon. I like Mammon too.
Except he can't finish.
But that's what I said a lot.
He scored 1 goal on a breakaway,
You know what this is?
Games ago, but that's his just consistently not finishing it.
So last year you were talking about how you liked Marchment, and I was saying the exact same thing about Marchment that you're now saying about Mammon. We've reversed it and switched the players. He'll get there. I believe he'll get there.
Lundell, Reinhardt, and Marchment are.
Oh yeah,
that's the line. If Lundell is okay,
Lundell's
that's just like a total killer third line. I don't know what's going to be because Bruins, I think, are 1 point behind Tampa. I can't believe that Tampa has not sewed up 3rd place.
So it's still in question that Tampa might play the Canes. To be honest,
the Kings look like they make it. So the Lightning have 108, and Bruins have 107.
Jeez.
And then you got trying to see the wild card. Capitals have 100 and the Penguins have 101.
Right.
So, and there's 1 game left. I don't know when that's
game
it. Is.
All the last games are tonight. Nobody plays after tonight. Yeah.
So we'll know by noon tomorrow.
Well, that's interesting though, because I think actually if Tampa dropped to the wild card, it's actually even better news for us because the Canes have really played well against Tampa this year, and they may have a better chance of beating them than Toronto would.
Capitals just have to lose another game.
Yeah.
Again, I sent you that text with that video of Wilson, right?
Yeah. I know.
Blatant,
right?
Charging, interference, whatever. Right. I don't know if that player got injured, but what I'm talking about, guys, is an example of Tom Wilson and how dirty of a player he is and how he looks to injure the guy he's going after. So, I worry about a hit like that. I won't mention any names, not to jinx anybody, but you got to watch out for that guy.
Yep.
So I just, I still say that guy should have his bell rung.
Well, we need Gudis healthy and we'll be good to go.
Or Lindbaum, it could be Gudis.
Or Lindbaum.
Lindbaum, we know, can deliver
punishing
checks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no, and that's the thing. I mean, look, the difference between our defensive depth this year and last year is light years away. We're sitting here this year without Ekblad, maybe starting without Gudis, and it was like we can handle that because of the guys behind us. We're not putting Yandel in.
We don't have Yandel and we don't have Strowman.
And Kierstead. Don't forget Netavara. I mean, that was our depth last year, man. I mean, the difference is beyond. I mean, we got Ben Sherratt to play 6D. Okay. So
Montour had 27 minutes last night.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, but maybe, well, you might be right there. But he probably hasn't, he's not gassed. You know what I mean? How many minutes a night has he played before?
That's the kind of minutes Uyghur was doing.
Yeah, which is
too much.
I'm so happy they rested Uyghur in Forsling, though. That was smart. He didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? That was smart. I give him enough shit. I'll give him credit on that one.
Like you said, we have the depth.
Right.
Carlson, Lindbaum, Haig, and Kierstead.
Right.
We got 4 extra defensemen.
Right.
All capable guys.
Right. So, none of them do anything. Like, none of them. There may not be 1D, but last year all of our depth defensemen had massive weaknesses. Yandel, Strawman was okay, but he had a tendency to get beat. Netavara looked like he didn't know what. We know
Yandel was. Sorry.
I'm just saying Netavara didn't even look like he knew what sport he was playing last year in the playoffs.
So he's making 2.7, I think. So get rid of him. The priority, and again, jumping ahead, I really want to see Giroux re-sign, and I think he will. Obviously, it's a no-brainer if we win the cup, but
right.
Just don't win the money. We have to sign Huberdeau this summer or next summer?
It's the next year. He's still under contract for a full next season.
Okay, that's good because Yandel's
right.
$5 million. It's going to come off.
Right.
So we might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, we got to find out we got to do something with Patrick Hornquist's money. If we can move Hornquist and Achari, that money will buy us Claude Giroux. And then
Hornquist is such a big influence in the locker room.
I know.
That's the only takeaway.
I know, but
that's important.
But if you can't,
Kevin Weeks and Brian Lawton were on yesterday, and they were talking about like what went wrong with Vegas, and we take it for granted that Vegas made the playoffs, every year since they were created.
Yeah.
And they talked about, just like Billy, chemistry in the locker room.
Right.
I think their number one mistake, and I don't even know why they did it, was getting rid of Fleury.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it showed. They got rid of Tuck. They got rid of, and I didn't know Nick Suzuki was on Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, James Neal was kind of done. But, I mean, they showed the players that they got rid of. And, it kind of throws off the balance in the locker room. That's what we have. And obviously, guys like Billy and Randy are, on the inside. So they see that these guys hang out with each other. We know the nucleus, Barkov, Huberdeau, and Ekblad. I mean, those guys are good buds. Did you see that Instagram? If you have Instagram,
no, I didn't see it.
Go to Huberdeau's page. He's got a really cute thing on there. He's just loving life. Right. He's got a house on the Intercoastal. He's got a nice pool.
Oh, wait, so I don't mean to interrupt, but did they do what I said and not even, because I joked about that in the recap. I said, don't even take them to Canada. Is Huberdeau, because if he's sending Instagrams from his pool, he's in Florida, not Canada. So did they do what I mean, I'm not saying they did what I said, but that's what I joked about this. I said, don't even let him on the plane.
Yeah,
yeah.
I hope they stayed home.
Yeah, they did exactly what okay, that's it. That's proof. They're watching the videos. They're
Don't forget, they got to go to Canada and deal with the visas and
yeah. Yeah.
different COVID laws up there.
Yes, and they said
So,
screw it and stayed in Florida. I was
anyway,
joking. I didn't think they'd ever do that, but they must have.
well,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
but I mean that's a lot more rest.
If
That's
that video was filmed yesterday,
right. Well, that's the thing, right?
listen, we can't. I mean, we got the President's Trophy, so we got home ice. All right,
Right.
we accomplished the big thing that we needed to, but it's Montreal. Don't take these guys for granted. Let's finish the year with 124 points.
Right.
You know what I mean? Finish the year on a win.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that tonight. I have no doubt.
But
about that
if they're playing Johansson, I'm just,
Well, I thought about it once I said it. We give him grief because we don't know who he is. He's not part of really the team, and we're just like, why do we pick this kid up? But from his perspective, the kid got one game in and he got shellacked. And if this is a meaningless game, maybe let him have if he could have a decent game before his training this summer. From his perspective, you could see where it'd be like, all right, this doesn't mean anything to us. Let him go out there and see if he could at least have a positive experience.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's probably going to be gone. So
right. Yeah, let him put something good on tape for somebody else, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
oh, by the way, Denisenko's hurt. That's why he didn't come up.
Yeah. I saw somebody made that comment. So that shows you how much I pay attention to the AHL guys.
Why did they bring up this Schwing guy and not Noel? That's
every time I brought up Noel on that
Hutsko.
Yeah. Whenever I brought up Noel on the channel, people say he was struggling. I've had a couple people say he hadn't been playing all that well. So
okay,
I guess there's that. And Hutsko, I don't know. I might have something to do with contracts because we're so tight up against the cap. Like if one guy's making 700,000, the other guy's making 900,000, that can make the difference between we can't bring up the 900,000 guy because we're that tight. So probably it might be something having to do with that.
Knight played good.
Yeah, no, he made some nice. He made a save on a breakaway. Guy just left all alone.
No 5-hole. Then he made the rebound save.
Yes.
That was even better.
Yes.
So it's good to see him come back because last game he just didn't have it. So
no.
And we're gonna need him. You're right. I just have a feeling, and I'm not saying that Bob's gonna get shellacked one game. I just think it's a grueling 2 months.
Right.
And eventually Knight's gonna have to come in there and step up and
it's been that way all year. And the thing with Knight is that he hasn't obviously the only time he's had a chance to play consistently was at the end of last year when he won the 4 or 5 in a row, however many it was, and this year when he won the 5 or 6 in a row. So when he's played, I said this in one of the articles. I said he's ready to be a starter. He's just not ready to be a backup. And I'm not saying he's ready to be completely a starter on an NHL, on a cup team. But like if he was a starter on like a Detroit team with a young nucleus that's all coming up, and he was playing 50, 60 games, I think he'd be okay. I think he'd grow into the job. You know what I mean? He'd be fine.
I'd agree with you on that.
But
he ain't going nowhere.
No. I'm not suggesting. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that.
He's the heir apparent. Let's see what how much gas Bob has in the tank. Oh man, I just want him to have lights out playoff.
Yes, please.
Like from beginning to end, do like a Patrick Waugh.
Yeah.
Playoff performance.
Right. Well, if there's anybody that, if there's anybody that goaltending wise is going to have the mindset of I've been here before and screwed it up, and this might be my last opportunity, it's going to be Bob.
Oh, he definitely has a lot to prove.
Yeah. That's all I was saying is that,
And again, it's all dependent on how much support he gets from his defense and the forwards.
Right.
A lot of goals are scored where the forwards do not hustle back or they miss assignments and
right.
puck watch, and the drill.
No, I know it. But look,
I have a feeling Ekblad's going to be back for game 1. I have a feeling that Brunette said what he said to just throw people off.
It could be right.
Yeah, I just have that little sneaky suspicion.
We'd have to go back and see what Tampa was saying about Kucherov with 4 days left to go last year. If they were saying, well, we'll see, we're not really sure yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but Kucherov was practicing for a long time before he came back. We don't know what's going on because the practices have been closed.
Well, Goldie has said he's been practicing with the team, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I can ask George that question.
Yeah. We
you know what? We're due to have George back on. So
yeah, let's try to work that out.
We're gonna try and we're gonna try. I mean, I have Billy committed, and I'm supposed to speak to Randy today to get that tandem together. And we're hoping maybe to do it on Sunday once we know who we're playing.
Yep. Definitely, we'll have their perspective on everything. But other than that,
train keeps on rolling.
One more, and then none of what we've talked about these last 82 games matters.
Listen, the winner of the President's Cup is due.
Yeah, we'll put it down.
Just looking at the odds on, how many President Cup winners have. I think, and somebody correct me with comments. Is Washington the last team that finished first and then won the cup?
That might sound right. Yeah. What I want to know is who went to Vegas before the season and took the President's Cup, Joe Thornton winning a Stanley Cup on the same team ticket. That's what I want. I want to see who placed that bet and how much did it pay off. Right? It's because you're talking about being due. Joe Thornton, the hell with the President's Trophy. Joe Thornton is due.
I wonder what the odds were for the Panthers to win the President's Cup. If somebody knows that, please post it.
Yeah.
I know before the season, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I was going to put down $100. I think it was 2,000 to 1.
Really?
To win the cup.
That high?
Either 2,000 or 200. I don't know. The number
2,000 sounds high, man. Because we won the division last year, and we were only 4th or 5th in points last year. I'm making that up, but we weren't that low. 2,000 would have been if it was okay. If it was 2,000, I need to start looking at the odds of Vegas because they're giving away money.
What were the odds in Las Vegas for the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup before the season?
Oh, Stanley Cup or President's Cup?
So the Colorado Avalanche had plus 350. Right. All right. So what are the current odds? Toronto plus 600, Bruins plus 800, Pittsburgh plus 800, New York Rangers plus 900. Where are the Panthers and the Lightning?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, here we go. Oh, it's blurred. All right.
Yeah.
I know Florida's up at the top now.
Yep. Well,
it'd be good to place a bet now.
But... Yeah, I know it's a little late now. Yep.
So anyway, what do you think about tonight? What's your prediction?
Like I wanted exactly what you texted me last night, which was leave the lineup exactly the same. But we know we're going to not get Spencer Knight, so you figure we're going to get Johansson. I don't think there's anybody left that we could put in and switch out.
What? Why change it?
No, but I mean, there's no more like young kids or there's nobody left that didn't play last night. So I would think just leave it exactly the same. Right.
And you might be right about, the key guys staying home.
Yeah, if they did that, that's a lot more rest because all that extra travel, not having to do all that extra travel, that would be that's a really smart move on their part if they did that. So, Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. We appreciate all the support. 1 hour before the game tonight. I'll be good for the stream. Sorry about yesterday. Just couldn't be helped. It just I got exploded upon about an hour before I was supposed to start. And it just
no worries.
Yeah.
Hit the like button.
Yep.
Comments, always welcome.
Yep. And
I'm 10 away, guys, from 900.
He still can't get 9. Will somebody go follow Stu? We got to start doing it at the beginning of the video now. Please.
Hey, One Bad Steve.
Don't start.
I'm anxious to see what you're gonna post.
I'm gonna have
a comment today. I didn't say you know who once. Oh yeah, I did mention him.
I'm gonna start a new series, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna title it yet, but I'm gonna be the moderator. And the first episode will be you and One Bad Steve. And then we'll have everybody who likes to jaw at each other back and forth. And I'll be the moderator and I'll let everybody go at it.
We're going to get Jeff on there.
Yeah.
He's always good. He's always good for dry wit and a laugh.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate all the support. We'll see you in the next one.